Hello, fellow DFSers. This is Max from slurv.com bringing you the GPP stacks for August the 9th, which is a Tuesday. We have 14 games today to go through, so I will quickly recap what happened yesterday, and then we will move on to the stacks from today. So last night, a bunch of Slurv subscribers, as well as experts, won a bunch of money and seats to big queues. However, I did not, which means I got up extra early today to start my research because this not winning money bullshit has to end right now. So I hope we all benefit from this, you and I both. All right, so the first team I want to talk about today are the Nationals. I don't necessarily love a full stack versus Bauer, but I do love Murphy and Harper in this matchup as they don't strike out a ton versus righties, especially Murphy. And Bauer gives up a ton of hard contact versus left-handers. So I just wanted to mention that off the bat because I think they will not be that popular today, so you can definitely use them as one-offs in your stacks. The first stack I do like are the Padres against Chad Kuhl. I know I'm recommending the Padres versus a righty here, but this isn't your first half of the season Padres. Kemp and Upton and their myriad of strikeouts versus right-handers are gone, and you have four good lefties at the top of the lineup now with Jankowski, Solarte, Dickerson, and Schimpf, and Myers, who doesn't really strike out a ton in between all of them. So I think playing all these five guys will be beneficial to you in a Padre stack today, as I think they will do really well versus Kuhl's 10% strikeout rate versus left-handers. He also allows almost 40% hard contact and a ginormous 52% fly balls, so Padre should hit some home runs today for sure in Pittsburgh. I always like the Blue Jays versus a lefty, and today that lefty is actually pretty decent in Drew Smiley. However, that is not going to get me completely off the suddenly red-hot Blue Jays. Travis, Batista, Donaldson, and E5 all hit the ball very hard lately, and although Smiley only gives up above-average hard contact versus righties, he does give up a ton of fly balls, which tend to travel out of Rogers Center on a regular basis. So, yeah, I like the Blue Jays today. Again, I want to mention the Marlins here. I'm definitely not recommending a full stack, as I really just don't like to stack the Marlins when they're at home in their giant ballpark. But Stanton and Ozuna really profile well here as power righties against Matt Moore. So I do like them as one-offs in your other stacks as they provide a good deal of upside. Moving down the list, we have the Cubs and versus Jared Weaver. Well, most people I think will target the lefties here. I actually like the righties more. So I like Chris Bryant, Addison Russell, Contreras, and Soler if he's in the lineup. I'll take my chances that the huge amount of hard hit fly balls Weaver allows go over the Ivy tonight, and I'm going to try to avoid the lefties because I think they will be more popular here. So I have a couple more for you here. I absolutely love the Brewers today versus Terrell Jenkins. The Brewers strike out a ton, and Jenkins can't strike anyone out. So that means the hard-hitting Brewers in their tiny home park will actually make a ton of contact tonight, and that contact should go pretty far. I like Villar, Gannett, Neuenhuis, and also don't overlook Carter, who, although he's a righty-righty matchup here, when he makes contact, the ball travels a long way. So I definitely like me some Carter today also. So Astros really let me down last night against Duffy, and they've been generally just struggling a ton hitting the ball lately. But I do like them against Santiago today, who allows a ton of hard hit fly balls to righties. Hopefully Altuve's back in the lineup, and we can pair him with Bregman, who I still think is going to have a monster game at some point. Springer and Gaddis with some Correa sprinkled in also. So I definitely like a full stack here. So the last two teams, I don't know if I like the full stacks, but I definitely like the one-offs here. The Orioles are facing Zach Neal, who, again, doesn't strike out any lefties. So Crush and Pedro really have nice matchups, and Manny's just been absolutely on fire lately. I do like Kim here in cash games, as I do think he will make a ton of contact versus Neil, and he definitely hits a ton of line drives versus right-handed pitching. I also want to quickly mention that I like Valencia and Smolinski, and of course Semyon versus Miley. Miley doesn't give up a ton of hard contact versus righties, but he also doesn't strike them out either. So guys like Valencia, Semyon, and Crush, like I mentioned, really profile well. Crush with a K, of course. So that's it, guys. I think we will kill it and make a ton of money tonight. So prove me right, and let me know how you did on DFS Max on Twitter. And of course, you can ask me questions there and on the Slurv chat room if you feel the need. All right. See you all tomorrow. Peace.